Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to make a video showing my process of how I paint my Traitor guard. I don't really see many videos of people painting up their Traitor guard, and I wanted to show my process of how I like to paint mine up. The backstory to my Traitor guardsmen is that they are from a planet that's now frozen over due to an Inquisition intervention. They released a chemical cooling agent over the planet that was once overrun by Tyranids because they found a flaw in this strand of Tyranids that made them be very susceptible to extreme cold. The Inquisition decided that these prisoner guardsmen who have committed a crime against the Imperium would die as penance on the snow-filled planet. To them, the guardsmen were not worth the manpower and risk to bring them back home. The Inquisition took the transport shuttles and they took every civilian and high-ranking officer and left the prisoner guardsmen to die on the ice-filled planet. But the cold had another side effect. The explosive bomb collars on their necks were also susceptible to the freezing cold and allowed most of them to deactivate and take them off, freeing them of Imperial control. To give my models the look of an orange jumpsuit, as if they were prisoners, I painted on the fatigues and all the clothing bits some peachy flesh speed paint. This is my kind of first time using speed paint, at least on these models. That I've already painted a few of these, but this is my first time using it, and very nice. But I'm using peachy flesh to paint the fatigues a nice orange, and then I'm using zealot yellow to add in a bit more warmth to the color to then make it look more orangey. It does come out a bit more yellow toned, but I do quite prefer it over if it was just a bright orange jumpsuit. And the yellow is very bright, so if you do want to get a more of an orange color, I would probably water it down a bit more than what I did, but I do prefer the more yellow color that comes out with the zealot yellow. This is the model after the zealot yellow and peachy flesh coloring. It does look quite yellow, and now I'm using broadsword silver in order to really bring out the metal bits. The silver is a very dark metallic color, and it does make the model have almost like a gunmetal sort of chest piece and armor. I wanted to do Traitor Guardsmen because I saw the Traitor Guard, or the scabs, I guess you could say, from Dark Tide, and I was really hooked by the different unique models that they had in the game, and seeing videos of people painting up their Traitor Guardsmen really inspired me to want to paint my own, and so that's what I'm doing right now. And so after I put all of the silver onto there, this is what the model looks like right now. And now I'm going in with some satchel brown to sort of make all of the leather bits look like leather. Shocking. Um, and I think that Satchel Brown is a very good brown color compared to the other ones that I have, because I only have like one brown color, and it's the one that I got from the painting set, the Army Painter painting set. So I only have one brown color, and I've painted up over 2,000 points of Plague Marines and Death Guard units, and I only have one brown. And I know they use a lot of greens, but you would think that I'd also have a few browns to maybe look like dirt and stuff, but nope. I need to change that. I need to get more color selection, because a lot of my colors are very based on my Death Guard, and I would prefer to have a wider range of those colors. But I'm just going into every little section of the model that would be made out of leather, such as the belt, the boots, and the straps holding the front plate of the armor and the back plate of the armor, um, onto the figure, that are over the shoulders. Oh my god. Oh, I'm not taking that out. Um, but the Satchel Brown, just speed paints in general, actually, are very nice from what I find. They are. I hate watering down my colors because I'm not necessarily that patient of a person, and I don't like to have to keep putting on coat after coat, just to make a color come out, and so I don't really water down my paints all that much. But with the speed paints, they are all but a liquid already, and so I don't have to water them down as much unless they're very vibrant, such as the Zealot Yellow. And so I'm very glad that the speed paints exist, because of just it's very nice just being able to pour it out of the bottle and just dab my paintbrush in it and get a nice smooth coat on stuff. I also want to add that I primed my model with a sort of zenithal, um, I guess, theme. I don't know what word you'd go with that, but I sprayed the model all over first with black, and then only got the raised bits with white, and so it gives it sort of this um, colorless lighting effect without having to like specifically paint that in. And I quite enjoy that with the speed paints, because the speed paints are thin enough to where it really brings out that color. And right now, I don't really know what I was doing. I think I forgot which way I showed my model, but there's the model with the brown bits painted on. Can't really see them. But now I'm going in with pallid bone. I think that's how you say it. Um, and I'm just painting in the skulls and the hand to kind of give it this, well, bone color, but also with the hand, when I paint it on there, a lot of the time it looks like it's a glove, and that's what I want it to go by. So I do paint on the pallid bone, again, I think that's how you say it, onto the hands to make it look like it's a glove that the guardsman has on his hand. And now, after painting up the hand and the skulls on the back of his um, chest plate, I'm going to go in with Slaughterer Red to paint the hat that is on top of his head. And the Slaughterer Red is a very bright and vibrant color. It's very good for covering stuff and also giving blood effects, but it's still very bright. And after I do that, I'm going in with some True Copper to kind of just pick out the smaller details, the copper tubes that I want to have on his mask, and parts of the plasma pistol, I should say. And just kind of bring out a little more detail into the model. And now after that, I'm going in with some Athermic Blue from Citadel. I think that's how you say it. It's a really weird word. But I'm going in to paint the coils of the plasma pistol and just make it look like a plasma weapon, a very like a guard or a loyalist plasma weapon. Now I'm going in with some homemade texture paste that I made, mixing glue, baking soda, a little bit of sand, and white paint, and I am putting it all over the just the base of the model, like on his feet and stuff, to make it look like he's um, been trudging through the snow. And I like to put it on like just bits of their armor and like hats and stuff to just give the a like idea that they've been like trudging through a blizzard or something. And this recipe for like texture paste I looked up online, and because I didn't have texture paste when I made this, and I really wanted to do like a snowy base, so I just made my own, and I think it turned out well. And now, over every model that I do, I paint the base black, and there he is. There's my little sort of Sqaud commander for my Traitor guardsman. He I painted up a few of these guys before, and I'm kind of just learning as I go, uh, in changing stuff, and yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. Um, I think I was doing an outro, but then I did a voiceover. So yeah, that was my Trader Guardsman. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. I will probably record more.